In this lesson, we're going to learn the basic editing features. And throughout this series, you'll see that I'm doing the lessons in the way that I would actually edit a project. So we're not jumping to effects and color correction right now. I'm first going to lay out my timeline, order the videos in the right order, select the right parts of the videos that we're going to select, and then we're going to move on to things like transition, music, titles, and all of those other good things. So here in CapCut, the first thing we need to do is adjust our footage so that it's the right frame if we're using multiple sizes. To do that, tap on any of these clips, and you can see down below you have all these other editing features. We'll go over a lot of them in this class, but you'll also notice that up at the top, that clip is now highlighted. So now we can pinch and expand our footage to match the size, or we can even zoom in more. You kind of get that highlight when it matches the size of the frame, and we can just tap right and left, move it right and left to get the framing properly. We can go through all of our footage, make sure it's the right framing, and do that. All right, so now we're good to go. So the next thing I would do is make sure we're in the right order. Do we want to show all the birds first? Do we want to show the bees first? Jump back and forth. To do that, to reorder, just tap on a clip. You see this view, and now we can move right or left. So say, let's just, for kicks and giggles, we're going to move our bird footage. We're going to move all of our bird footage over to the right. We can preview it with the little play button. So the next thing would be to make sure our clips are the right length. Now this might change if we have music playing where we're editing to the beat, but to edit the in or out point of a clip, just tap on it, and now you have it highlighted here in the timeline. And then tap on the front or the end, and you can just drag right or left, and that's going to make it longer or shorter. Another thing you can do if you're editing a super long clip, maybe you're talking or something like that, you can split a clip. So tap on the clip, and then down below you can tap split, and that splits it into two. Now there's creative things we can do with this as well. We can do a little bump in, for example. So say we want to take this second part of the clip, we can zoom into this dove just a little bit more. So now if we play through it, it bumps in. So there's different reasons you would split a clip. One is to edit parts out. You could then adjust the beginning of the second clip, or we could just delete it. So we could tap this delete button there. I'm going to undo that, and I'm just going to undo that split with this handy dandy undo button over there. And the last thing is, for this lesson, is CapCut defaults to having their little logo at the end. We can tap that clip and delete it. You don't need to include it. There's also a setting under your main settings that turns off adding that to the end of your videos. A lot of people forget to remove that. I would say just go ahead and remove it, unless you want to promote CapCut on all of your videos. All right, see you in the next lesson when we'll be looking at adding music.